Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am Nicola. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok as Booked Up and Busy. And today I'm coming to you with five book recommendations of memoirs by non-celebrities. I find that these type of memoirs really send me down a Google rabbit hole, Googling the subject, researching the subject more, because these people are not celebrities, but the stories and their lives are filled with cultures, religions, and social experiences that I have not experienced and I'm just interested in. So, the first book I'm going to recommend is How to Say Babylon by Sophia Sinclair. Sophia is a woman born and raised in Jamaica, but she grew up in a Rastafari household with a very strict father, her mother, and her brother and sister. And the book looks at her trying to break free from Rastafari and her father's strict upbringing. This is such a great book. It is immersive. The opening begins with Haile Selassie, the Ethiopian emperor who Rastafaris believe is their god, coming to Jamaica for a visit. And it's such an immersive experience. The way she writes, she pulls you into the story and makes you feel like you were there. But it was so good to see how she had to live differently according to other children. So this is a great story. Next up, I have A Black Boy at Eton by Dilibe Onyema. Now, Dilibe was the first black boy to attend Eton College School. Now, Eton is famous for most of the prime ministers of the UK attending the school, and he was the first black boy. And this book looks at the racism he had to deal with at the school. Eton actually tried to stop this book being published, and Bernardine Evaristo actually commissioned for it to go ahead years later, and here it is. And it's just about, it looks at white privilege, it looks at a black person experiencing racism in a place where he should be able to learn. And yeah, this is a good one. Check it out. Next up, we have The Dragons, the Giant, the Women by Wayetu Moore. This is about Wayetu's story as a 5-year-old child having to leave Liberia for New York. And it just looks at an immigrant story through the eyes of a child, which is so heartbreaking. But yeah, this is a great story as well. And my fourth recommendation, Raceless by Georgina Lawton, one of my favorites. Georgina was raised in the UK with two white parents, a black mum and a white mum and a white dad. She was raised to believe she was white until in her teens, her mother told her that her biological father is actually black. And it's not until her teenage years that she identified as mixed race. This looks at her experience growing up as a white child with curly afro hair and coming into her identity and her culture in her teens. A heartbreaking story that she had to go through that. But it's also interesting looking at, what people around her and her community thought of her skin, her hair, and just what her parents put her through. There was a sense of denial there, and you have to check this one out. It's amazing. And last but not least, I don't have the book, but you have to check out Educated by Tara Westover. She grew up in a Mormon-like family. Her father did not want her or her brothers to attend school or attend a hospital. Medicine and remedies were all carried out in the home. And Tara wanted an education and she strived for it. She was determined to have an education, even though this was against her father's will. And it looks like growing up as a Mormon and just trying to live what she thought was a normal life. So check out these recommendations. Let me know if you have any more memoirs by non-celebrities and we can chat about them in the comments.